Hey everyone, welcome to the first episode of the Drive section. We're going to look at today Helix Native overdrives. Helix Native I have had for a decent amount of time, probably 5 years, but I have always fought with how it sounds. To my personal tastes, I don't like any of the drives that are in Helix Native. And I actually had an HX Stomp. I didn't really care for the overdrives or driven sounds in the HX Stomp either. So the idea of starting with Helix Native for this show is one, I just want to start. And Helix Native is currently the only thing that I have for electric guitar. I do not have pedals, which is sad, but finances are the reason for that. So we're gonna dive into Helix Native, and I'm gonna pull that up right now. So this is my Helix patch called First Base. Called it First Base because it's the first place that I've started to build this channel off of. And as you can see, we have dynamic compressor, and then I have two drives here. One is going to be the Tima, which is the Helix Native version of the Paul Cochran Timmy, which I love that actual overdrive. This is the digital version of it, so we're going to play around with that today. And we may or may not get into the heir apparent. I really kind of want to do this one drive at a time. I threw some chorus in there just for fun, and then the transistor tape delay is honestly one of my favorite sounding delays in Helix Native. And here is the amp of choice for today. Today we are using the US Deluxe normal. So it's the normal channel. And as you can see, I have already dialed this in. The thing that makes this special is that I am actually running the IR cab, IR 2048, and I am actually using the Tone Factors XR IRs, which are their like extra real sounding IRs. I watched the video when they released them, and the comparisons between amp and IR, you legitimately could not hear a difference. For this particular amp and setting, I am using the 66DR 1x12 Jensen. And then at the end of the chain, we are running a dynamic Hall. And so let me just play that real quick. I think that sounds pretty good to my ears. Now, I have struggled with Helix Native for a long time. The purpose of this is to try to push myself to really like how Helix Native sounds, specifically how the overdrives, distortions, and fuzzes sound, and if I can use those in the context of my own music. Let's play around with this Timmy. Here's how it sounds. So you can hear that adds a lot of brightness to the overall sound, and it doesn't actually add a lot of gain. And I have found that I am a little bit more into the overdrives when the gain is pulled down and it's just kind of pushing the amp a little further. But I'm actually going to pull this up to about halfway, and we're going to see how that sounds. Okay, so I'm not actually gonna mince my words. That actually sounds really good. Part of what I think this is a lot to do with the IRs that I have used in the past. I've used a lot of Tone Junkie and a lot of Tone Factor and even some Ohm Hammer stuff. The problem that I have found is that the direct from my guitar to my audio interface into Helix Native, even monitoring with headphones, I feel like it sounds like a DI signal somehow gets through. Now, I've done my due diligence. Nothing is coming through as far as a DI signal. It is completely being amped through Helix Native. So I think it might be fair to say that the IRs I was using were the issues. I'm going to be 100% honest. I think that this sounds really good. I'm actually surprised. Here I was thinking that I did not have a good sound to play from this, and I am literally in this video being proven wrong. Helix Native has been a wonderful tool that I have used in the past, mainly to have fun, but whenever I decided I wanted to seriously start recording, I had some issues with how the overdriven sounds actually ended up sounding after I finished the production. A lot of time has actually gone by since I have recorded with Helix Native, and I acquired the XR IR packs from Tone Factor, and those have actually sounded really good to my ear, but I think I was a little bit burnt on how recording sounded with the Helix Native stuff. And now that I have taken a serious look into how the overdriven sounds sound with the Tone Factor XR IRs, I'm actually pretty impressed and pretty excited to test out a lot more. And that's what the drive section is going to be about. This channel, the drive section, is going to be about exploring overdrives and really focusing in on how they affect your sound. We're not going to get too scientific. It's really going to come down to how does it sound to our ears. So I hope you'll join me in that journey. So please, if you've made it this far, like and subscribe. There will be more videos like this coming. They will be a little bit more detailed and a little bit more precise, just because this was kind of more of an exploratory video that I wanted to do. I just wanted to sit down, press record, and make it happen. Thanks a lot.